Hello, welcome to Chance Fox Media Podcast, where we discuss little stories, leadership, businesses, and ideas that are shaping our future. I'm your host, Chance Karia. Today, today's topic, I don't need to say if it's a topic, but today I want us to be asking, I want us to ask ourselves some questions, uh, and these questions will what is the difference between a human and an animal? You know, some of the questions, something like that. And why human the very important, very important than other creatures. You know, these questions I don't have answers as well. So I'm asking these questions so that we can help ourselves to answer. And what was the purpose of a human to be created? And why? Yeah, what was the purpose for human to be created? And what is the reason of living? All right. I also don't have any answer. As I said, I also don't have any answer. This program will just flow without any plan. I didn't come with any topic. So anything that I'll speak here, it will just come from from here while I'm sitting here. Because I don't know what to speak. But I just wanted all of us to figure out on this question. Why are humans living? Why are they living? Hmm? Because these questions are very important. Somehow, if we can understand this question, then we understand the reason why we are living, why you are looking for money. Yeah, why? So these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. Why God created the universe and God also created human being. And the human being was not the only creature that God created. No. Before even God created the human being, there was other things that he already created. And before even he created the human being, this earth where we are now, he already created it. And if you follow the Bible properly, you find that the Bible literally says that God created other creatures that were living in this earth, right? But those creatures that he created, it was not on his image, or it was not on their image, like on the God's kingdom. It means God already created other creatures that they were in the another image, on his image. Then they created other creatures that they were living on this earth, but they were not in God's image. So the time he wanted to create a human being, he said he's going to create a human, and this human will have a he will resemble him. He will have the same image like him, like the other one in the kingdom. You see? But before he also created this human being. So it means things that were living on this earth before us we came in. It means all those things that were living on this earth, God destroyed it. Right? If you can see it, if you can fall, then God destroyed it. After he destroyed, then he decided to create other things. See? So these other things that he started creating, these are including all these creatures that we are seeing, plants, everything, all these animals, everything. He created it by using weights, by just saying, let it be like this. Then that thing happened. Let this be there. Then this thing happened. He created it by weights. This should be there. Let it be there. Then all of a sudden, things are happening based on his words that he just spoke. So, after he created all these things, God knows that all these things that I've created, they will need someone who can manage it. So it's when the decision of creating a human came, right? But for God was creating a human not only for the sake of managing whatsoever that has been created on earth. You know, God is a spirit. Of course, they say he's in three forms, right? So God cannot come on earth and walk physically based on his uh, structure. I'm not sure I don't know how can I explain it. Based on the nature of God, he cannot come physically and walk like us. You know, it's like he doesn't have a body, all right, that he can come on this earth. But if you follow the Bible, you see that God have a body. Maybe this is the reason that is making him God. Because if you can see also, he said, you want to create a human on his image. So us were on his image. So it means he also have body. As I say, he's on three. Holy Spirit, Son, and God himself. So he created a human that if you want to come on this earth, this I'm just speaking. I'm not going deep on from the Bible, but I'm just saying. So he created this earth. He created this human being so that he can dwell within a human being and enjoy the earth, because the nature that he have with the environment of on earth it's better for him to dwell on a human being. So a human being was created for many purposes, to carry God and to look after the earth and anything that is created under the earth. That was the main purpose for human being, if we can see, right? But the purpose of human being, it doesn't end there. There's far, far, far beyond that. Some of us we don't even. It takes a prophet to explain it for us to understand. The Bible is already written in the Bible, but we can read it, but we will not be able to get it. All right. Why I'm asking this? I'm asking myself, since God created a human being, if you go deep in the Bible, you find that those things that they were created before us, and some of the things we know that there were some foreign angels that fought together with the devil. Those ones that they were rebellious. You know, Satan rebels against God. So the time God kicked him out of his kingdom, he fell on this earth as a lightning, right? But he didn't fall alone. He fell with the other angels. You know, yes, he fell together with other angels. So the nature of earth and the nature of God, the kingdom of God, this earth, it allows anyone to live on this earth. Like if you have humans are also spirits. Satan is also a spirit. On this earth, he doesn't have anything that can make him walk and see him. But he can dwell on someone. This is the only way how you can survive on this earth. Right? Even all those angels. So, if this devil, if this Satan, he fell on earth and he doesn't have any physical body where he can stay, he can live. It means he have to live in something else that is already living on earth. Right? If he can't, then he will know is not going to be able to live on this earth. So, according to the Bible, you find that all those angels that fall together with Satan, right now, the common name that they are being used, that the name that were used, those are called demons. Demons. Right? So, those demons, can they live on their own? Since, uh, since Earth is designed uh, with only the creature that have been put here, there's a certain body that is needed for you to live on Earth. And those demons or those angels that fell, they don't have that such kind of body. So God created everything on earth that the only thing that can live on earth, but on His image. So, yeah, but on His image. So if you don't have this kind of body on earth, you can't live. Otherwise, you live on other things. So maybe this is the reason you find that demons, they can live in a pig, they can live in a snake. Maybe that's why you see Satan lives in a pig, in a snake, or everything, or any animal, even in a human. So if you chase Satan out of me, he cannot live without anyone. He'd have to go to another human for him to live. So this is what also demons does. Right? But the main thing doesn't end there. This question we have to keep on asking yourself. God, He needs people that He created. Satan also needs human. So God can demonstrate his power anyhow, but through human being. And also devil, I don't know if it's power. Maybe yeah, it's power that was given by God. He want also to demonstrate his power through also human being. Should I say that this is the solid answer why God and Satan they're after human beings? No. Should I say that this should be the answer why humans are so special? Because apart from all the creatures, humans the special one. Humans are the special one, sacred one. Demons, Satan is looking for human. This question I don't know how, I don't know if I can be able to answer. To be honest, I think Prophet Angel, Prophet Hubert Angel and Major, I think they can be able to help me. Yeah, I think they're already explaining based on their teaching, they're already getting there. Maybe that I have not yet clicked yet. But even if I have clicked it, maybe even if I get it, I have to find a way on how I can explain to my audience so that I can also understand it. Right? But at first, what was the purpose of human being? So the main question I want to know is this a war, a what? Is it a war between God and Satan? Oh, I don't understand. Hmm? I don't understand. You guys, you help me. Yeah, you guys, you help me. This is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Why are we living? Why are we living? Why are we living? Reason: God created human being with a free will, free of choices, with a freedom. God created human being not for the sake of worshiping him. No, no. God created a human being for the sake of demonstrating his power. Right? Demonstrating his power. Not for the sake of worshiping him. Because if we can say if God created a human being for the sake of worshiping him, then he could not have given a human a free choice, a freedom, right? Because he could just say, I'm creating you to worship me. So you do not have any choices. You don't have no choice. But human beings, they have the right of choice. They can choose to go this way or this way. Even if you go this way, God doesn't leave you. Even if you are going for Satan, God, God doesn't leave you. Maybe, I should say that Satan is there for destroying whatever God has created. Right? Maybe this should be the answer. Satan, the rebellious, is there to destroy everything that God has created. God is there to protect everything that He has created. So, on anything that God has created, the only thing that is too very, very special and sacred, that every spiritual realm or every spiritual thing needs is a human being. For anything that is spiritual to express itself, it cannot express itself without a body, especially on this earth. On this earth, for you to express, you need a body. So there's different bodies on this earth that spiritual things, spiritual creatures can use, or Satan can use to express itself. But who's the manager of this earth? Who have power on this earth? If you follow the Bible, you find that God, he gave power to human. God himself, he said, I'm creating a human who's just like us. I'm creating him in our image, and he is just like us. So I think on this you find that I think a human being have a special power that Satan might need, that Satan need to destroy. Because it's like us, we are very close to God. Like, Satan, he'll if he fight against God, it's because of jealous, because he wants to be like God, right? And Satan, he didn't speak on his mouth. He didn't speak that I want to be like God. No, he was just thinking, like, if I can have like this, I can like be God. Just like that, just like that. Remember, our God is a jealousy God. Just like that, just like that, just thinking. God returned. He has become a rebellious. Just like that, he just kicked out of the kingdom. Right? Since he kicked out of the kingdom, remember Satan was the most trusted one, the most someone who have been given a lot of power. Like after God is him. Right? After God it was Satan, who was given too much power. Like he was the leader of every angel on the kingdom of God. So after this happened, then God decided to create a human because he was trusting on his angel. Now that the person that he trusted, not the person, the angel that he trusted most, which is Lucifer, Satan, he starts turning against him. Then he decided to create a human, the most powerful after him, to replace Satan. Right? To replace Satan. So a human was created like a vessel that God can express himself through a human. So God gave too much power to a human, that human is very, very powerful. After God, the one who is most powerful is the human being. The human beings, they replaced Satan. So with that, Satan was developing evil minds since he has already been kicked off. Now, God has created something precious that is going to cherish. Then Satan, you fell on this earth as a lightning, right? After I fell on this earth, then he decided to destroy everything that God has created, especially the precious one, human being that has been created to repress him. Human being has been created for the sake of God to express himself. Since Satan is a spirit who doesn't have any body that he can replace, that he can express himself on this earth apart from animals. He decided to go to a vessel, human being. Because human being is the one that has been given more power and is the one that has been given authority to manage everything on earth. And is the one that is able to think and can be able to express. So this is, you find that this Bible, you find that before human was created, Satan was already kicked out of the kingdom of God, and he was already on this earth. So after God created all those things, all these things that he created, all these creatures, Satan was expressing himself through these creatures, like snakes or as these animals. Right? Then after God created Adam, he gave all the power to Adam. Satan was still expressing himself through animals. And God, he didn't just put a human here, he also instructed him. He showed something that you have to use, what you have to eat. Because God knows that here there's already the devil who's using some of these things. Right? Some of the things that have already been spoiled by this devil. So God gives some rules, this restriction. A human was more powerful. A man, Adam, was more powerful that even the devil was scared to come close. To come close, I was scared because from God, the most powerful, the creator, the most second powerful person was human. So it means Satan has become the third one. Right? So since Satan became the third one, how can you approach someone who's very powerful? So this power was given to human by God. And the power that Satan has, it was also given by God. So Satan, he wanted to destroy a human and steal his power. The power that human has, Satan wants to steal it. Right? Satan starts trying to find a way on how he can steal humans' power that God has put on them. How? He's going to steal it so it can also be very powerful. You want to be second from God. Not a human to be second from God. You want to reclaim his position. So, you want to reclaim his position by stealing the power from the person who's above him. And who's above him? Who's above the Satan? Is a human being. So, if you reclaim the power from a human being, it means it's going to be the second one. So, the devil started trying all these ways on how he can steal the power from God, from a human being. So, because of that, devil started defining some of the things on earth. And God knew that these have defied some of these things that I've created. So that once a human is going to use some of those things, that is going to be the way of him stealing the power. So because of that, God put some restriction that Adam, don't use this, don't do this, don't use this, Don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. If you follow the Bible, you find that all those early Genesis, those pages, all those verses, you find there's a lot of restriction. Then, Satan get access after God created Adam, Eve. You find that Adam is alone, lonely. Then he created Eve as his wife. Let Adam sleep, take his sleep, and create Eve. Right? Because Satan, if see an opportunity, he was scared of a man. Now we see that this is a woman. You find that I think this one is easy to approach and manipulate. Then he used a woman to manipulate. So the reason why God is protecting us is because we are his precious. Right? So the devil is after us because he's after destroying us. So he can put too much pain to God. That is his only option. That is his only goal. His motives is to put pain to God that I'm destroying your precious. Same things, some things that you cherish, human being. Something that God used to express himself. Because there's no other things that God uses to express himself apart from a human being. God can demonstrate power through human being. And that thing that God created is the one that devil wants to destroy. Just like you. For example, I'm giving you an example. Just like you invented a hoe, right? You invented a hoe so that you can use it to cultivate land. That hoe is separate from you. You can operate on your own without that hoe, right? You can operate on your own without any hoe. But if you want to dig the land, you can also dig. But you want to use that too, right? You want to use that too. The one that you created yourself. Say, I created this because I'm going to use it for this. So if I want to do this, I'm going to do using this. So you need that hoe. Then one of your enemy, he sees you that you are relying too much on that. It's something that you like it. If you want to do anything, you want to use that. Right? So they know that this is very, very precious things to you. So this is very, very precious things to you. Then your enemy start going for your whole now. You want to destroy your whole. So that you mustn't be able to express or to help yourself with that whole. You see? So anything, if you create another hole, then that your enemy is going to destroy. You see? Do you understand? So this is what the devil is doing. God, he created human so he can express himself through human. Then devil say, oh, okay, I'm going to be destroying every human. You see? And God, he start protecting his precious thing, the human. But because the human has been given a free will, he cannot be forced to come to you. You have to make a decision. Even if God, he want to come to you to express himself through you, He doesn't just come by force. You have to allow him to get into you. If you doesn't, then you will never be free because you are a vessel. There's no anything that is unoccupied as long as you are a vessel. If you put your phone inside, if you remove your phone, this thing that is not empty. There's air inside. It means it's occupied. So for a human being, if God is not on you, then Satan have already taken the place. So a human being will never be empty. If it's not God, then Satan is in there. A lot of his demons are there. If there is no demons, then God is occupying that body. Because human is a vessel. And how are you going to take God into you? You have to allow him. How are you going to allow him? It's by praying. You pray so that God can come to you. Because once God is in you, you are going to do everything. He's not going to allow you suffer. But once the devil comes in you, devil will make sure you suffer. Not because he wants you to be suffering. No. The motive is to make God angry. To put pain on God. That you see, this thing that you created, I'm torturing it. I'm torturing it and I'm going to kill it. That is the main motive for Satan. I don't know if some of these questions have answered some of the questions that I was asking myself. So, God never created a human being for the sake of worshiping him. If he created a human being for the sake of worshiping him, then he could not have given us a free will. So it means there is another reason. God enjoys beauty. He enjoys beauty. Maybe if there's another reason, we are going to figure out through my prophets, Yuba Range and Major One, Bushir. We're going to learn from them. Otherwise, I don't know if there is another reason. There are many reasons. I might not figure it out. You might help me. Why humans are living? Why humans they were brought on this earth? And why we have to. I think this question I might ask, why we have to work for us to survive. This reason, this answer can answer it. According to the Bible, God created us and put us on this earth. He gave us everything for free. And he gave us more power. But because as human we disobeyed him through Eve, we disobeyed God. Now God gave us a punishment. Us as a man, he gave us a punishment that since you have been given all these things for free, now that you have disobeyed me, you no longer get things for free. You have to cultivate the land for you to live. So while he was saying that, he was also blessing the work that you are going to be doing. He said, everything that you are going to be doing is the thing that is going to you to live. It's blessing. So it means if you are not doing anything, it means you are not going to live. But as long as you are doing something, he's blessing you. He's going to be there for you. Because that is his way that he has given you to live. First, you were given for free. You destroyed it. You removed that power and gave to Satan. Right? So, how are you going to survive? Now it's time to give you another power now. Because that is power that he was given to you, that free power. Satan has still, Satan is still it. As stolen, he stole it. Satan has stolen from you. So how is he going to make you strong again? Okay, you are going to be strong. You are going to be, for you to live, you are going to be cultivating the land. Through your cultivation, I'm going to bless you. You get food from there. So it means God, everything that you are doing, you personally you are doing, God blesses it. Because He knows that is the only way that you are going to survive. And if you are not doing anything, you are going to die. You're not going to get anything. If you keep on doing, cultivating whatever you are doing to make to make a living, God is going to be there. That is the only way that you are going to demonstrate your power. So you'll be reclaiming your power that Satan stole from you through work that you are going to be doing. That was how God he came up for a man to live by work. That was the curse. But that curse, it was not going on its own. It was going with God. He was not cursing you. He was not cursing a human being just to go without his help. No, he was cursing a human. Since I curse you, but on your way, you will not be alone again. I'll be there for you. That is a merciful God. You disobeyed me. Imagine someone, you promise someone and he disobeyed you. Then you give him a punishment. While you give him a punishment, then on his punishment again, you are also helping on him on his punishment to save his punishment proper. Can you imagine? Is this not merciful? It's like you say, go and dig that hole. Right? Then you also going there again to helping him dig that hole. Is that not merciful? This is what God did. That was the punishment to a man. Then what about this Eve who started all this kind of nonsense? Who penetrated? It's like Eve, he make a pot, you know, a portal. If he make a portal, like a portal that is going out to getting power, get rid of the power. The portal that Satan used to steal the power. It was through Eve. He didn't just leave her there. Since a human being was not made, was created with everything, but God has his own way on how humans are going to multiply on earth. Right? God, he has his own way on how humans are going to multiply on earth. But since Eve defiled it, then you have to put that way. God knew that this is a painful way. If I put on human, it's a painful way. So I'm not gonna put it on a human. Right? God, he just created everything for enjoyment. He took all the pain out of us. He gave us free food, everything. He created everything for free to get us for free. But because we disobeyed him, we defiled it. Then he took everything that was given us for free. So he gave us his forgiveness is by giving us do something that we are going to feel pain. Because as a punishment, as we are saving the punishment. So because God he created a human on his way, he knows on how these humans are going to multiply. He didn't want to put that pain on human. But since now, human beings have defiled him, have disobeyed him, then you have to take that pain and put on human. That since you make my man, you make my human do this, or since you cheated Adam, like for devil to find access and get the power, then you are going to feel pain. You're going to be giving birth. So it's God now giving that power to Eve, that you are going to be giving birth. So he is recreating the womb of that woman, that this one is going to be responsible of carrying a child. Instead of God creating himself and putting there, no, he said, I'm going to be creating through your womb. It's going to be developing through your womb, growing from there. This is the punishment. This is the pain that you are going to be saving for this kind of sin that you have done. Right? So this is the reason you see a woman is carrying a baby and they're feeling too much pain. That is the curse that God put on them. But God was not just doing that. He was not just cursing you. He said, I'm giving you this pain, but you're not going to be alone. Because it's something that myself, I wanted to be creating on my own. Now I'm putting on you. So since I'm putting on you, the only thing that you are going to be feeling is pain. But something that is there is for me. It's for me. That child is for me. I only need that child. It's something that I was supposed to do it on my own outside your womb. But because you are under curse, you have to save the punishments that you did for the wrongdoing. When you carry this child, you'll be feeling pain. That pain that you are feeling, you are saving the punishment for making the sin. For sinning, actually. But whatever is inside, I'm going to be protecting it because that thing belongs to me. This is God. This is how women start giving birth. And once they're giving birth, that human, that child belongs to God. It doesn't belong to a woman. A woman can say, no, I'm feeling pain. No, yes, you are feeling pain. But that pain, you are saving the punishment. Right? This is what God, if I'm mistaken, you tell me. But this is how I understand the Bible. And I think it's how it goes. Thank you so much for watching Chance Fox Media Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Let us grow. More video like this one. More videos like this one coming soon. Cheers.